All right, let's get into our next discussion now.
Yes, and it has to do with Mike Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Is how hot is the soup he's in right now, especially after facing the Congress 2 days, in a row. We do have a guest right here in the studio who's going to be looking at the Facebook issue. The U.S. Congress for 2 days has given, Zuckerberg time or the opportunity to actually give his testimony on how the world's largest social network might be regulated more closely. Is that what is desirable at this time? Well, it was alleged that millions of users' personal information was harvested from Facebook by Cambridge Analytica, a political consultancy that has countered U.S. President Donald Trump's election campaign among its clients. Well, that disclosure pitched Facebook into a crisis of confidence among users, advertisers, employees, and investors who were already struggling with Facebook's reaction to fake news and its role in the 2016 election.
Yeah, Zuckerberg repeatedly explained that Facebook had not sold the information to Cambridge Analytica. And the issue has been on, and we're still following this. Now, a foreign affairs commentator, Chuks Mwoko, joins us now to take a look at this issue. Now, Chuks, it's good to have you in the studio this morning.
Good to see you.
Now, this new dimension of the ability to even harvest information from Facebook without Facebook knowing, how dangerous is this to data, to internet, to any other issue that uses data and internet across the world?
First and foremost, the business itself, the young man didn't realize it was going to be out of control or become what it has become. That must be established. That was what he has right now is not what he envisaged.
Exactly.
He wanted stuff for himself and his friends. So it's gone completely out of his control. And all kinds of things has happened. Harvesting of data has become an issue because politicians and democracy and order has been affected. But you know that people have been killed. A lot of things has happened to a lot of people on Facebook that's not palatable. But it just shows you how that the space, the internet, Facebook and others, it's the next place. And it's not controlled, it's not regulated. So it's something that we need to deal with. And the young man can't handle it. That's the truth of the matter.
Is control the next phase now, not just for Facebook? And come to think of it, this Facebook is a monolith, more or less. And the man himself, Zuckerberg, he owns WhatsApp. He's bought over Instagram. Of course, Facebook is the one in hot soup right now.
Buying
there are about
everything.
2.5 billion users of Facebook.
Absolutely.
And 87 million users have, had their data somewhat compromised and all. Compare this number to the number of users. Really, is this really something to worry about?
It's something to worry about because, like I said, the internet and Facebook and all of that, it's the next stage where the war is going to take place. The next war that is going to break out is going to take place. I mean, you're talking about data and people stealing people's data and all that. People have been killed in America. All kinds of things have been posted on Facebook. Now, many years ago, when I joined Facebook, it had little control. Because, I mean, sometimes you are blocked for days for whatever reason. I'll be wondering, is it because of what I posted and all that and all? They had control. But like I said to you, it's completely lost control. And regulation is the next phase. And that is why I like the American system. They try to regulate whatever it is that has brought scandal or this type of thing to their society. And he has promised that he will do something about it. He wasn't
even
direct.
Apologized for
he apologized.
the infractions.
He's completely out of his control. So what I believe is going to happen in the next few days, weeks, and months is that because of the kind of society where they are, you're going to have young geeks, tech geeks, who are going to come out with an idea and go to him and
take
say,
advantage of this.
Employ me. Because that's what I like about them. They're constantly desirous of working in some key places like that because they have a system that encourages and motivates them to develop their talent, and they're quite talented in that area. When you go to Silicon Valley, you find very brilliant young men who from young age, they tell you, I want to work in Google, I want to work in Facebook and all that, and they go study and develop their skills and all that, and they go. So I see that happening to him. Yeah, he's going to have to harvest talents that will help him deal with the issues that have been raised in Congress, and also those who are going to capitalize on the promises that he has made and walk up to him and say, look, this is what you said, I can help provide, because they have such opportunities.
Yes.
Now, the Nieman Journalism Lab at the Harvard University has come up with a finding that Facebook is the future of broadcasting. And that is huge. Now, with over 2 billion people on Facebook, that's the largest population anywhere right now, even higher than China.
Absolutely. For instance, I was away last night and all that, even 2 nights ago and all that. When I came back, I wanted to know what the scores of the football matches that we're playing. I couldn't track it at the time I came back on television, because you know the speed of television. But I found it on Facebook, because you have people who are reporting things and all that. So he's right. But again, that is just to collaborate what I just said to you. That is the next phase. Is the next phase. Unfortunately for him, and he's buying up all the other ideas. There are a few guys who have refused to sell to him and all that, but he's buying basically anything that money can buy that is tech related. So we should all get ready. But it also shows you the vulnerability of mankind. The way you and I gravitate towards these things, it's very, very dangerous. Have you ever asked yourself why you gravitate towards your phone the way you do? What is in the phone? There's nothing inside the phone. There's something inside you that just generally gravitate. And so a lot of people have lost their lives.
Have a craving.
There's a craving inside a man that allows him to gravitate into things that are external. You know, things you want to see, things you want to hear.
At the expense of what is within.
Yes.
You know, like I've said in certain situations, look, this whole social media thing, why do we call it social media? I think it's anti-social media, anti-social. And people have argued that, no, it actually helps us link each other.
Absolutely.
According to Zuckerberg, he has connected the world
with will have his own flip side.
Yeah. There's an immense gain. I mean, if somebody has benefited from Facebook, I am one person. I have benefited immensely. Now, because I have things that I want to let the public see. There are things that I want to sell. There are things that I'm doing. I can't afford to pay for it on TV. So I put it there, and 2,000 people that are friends of mine, they see it.
Yeah. And like every good thing, too, every good thing can be abused.
Absolutely. But no, the abuse is what we should concern ourselves with.
Yes.
I mean, there's a young lady many years ago in Jos who came to Lagos and was killed in a hotel in Festac.
Yes,
and it was because of the platform called Facebook.
Yes,
and people.
So what kind of impact do you think this whole episode will have on the fortunes of Facebook going forward? I do know that in the course of this 2-day sitting before the Congress, Facebook stocks actually went up. Nothing happened.
That's the way the society reacts.
Yeah.
You know, the impulsive nature and all that of humans, they react to it. It will be okay. You just talked to me about, you just said something about a professor in a university. When they wake up this morning and they get into the boardroom meeting, ideas, they're going to come up with ideas. They will never, they will rectify it and all that. But it's going to be an ongoing problem. The beauty about what has happened is that because these platforms are not regulated, for the first time, it's going to get some form of regulation. Unfortunately, the people who are going to regulate it are not as smart as the young people who are driving.
That's the point, and that's what critics have been saying, that even the Congress, the people who've been asking Zuckerberg
it's a generation
questions,
that is completely disconnected,
totally
with present
disconnected.
reality, and especially as related to
like an abstract.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all the same, these congressmen will have to have young people who work for them, who consult for them, who is going to say, look, this is the way to go. They can deal with it. And when they deal with it adequately, the whole world will benefit from it, because it's disastrous, some of the things that are going on right now. I mean, I see some things on Facebook and I'm wondering, how come they used to block people in the past? How come they're not able to do that with all the hate speeches and all the pictures that are being posted? And it's an indication that it's completely lost control. And with this, they're going to get back to business and do it adequately.
All right, let me ask you this last one before we go. The point there is, there are also congressmen from some of this report we're reading who are seeing it from the perspective of Facebook is an American company, is a global company with an American source, and they're looking at it versus China, on the other hand.
Yeah. How do you protect
how do you protect
American
this brand?
interest?
Because 85% of subscribers to Facebook are outside of the United States. So what kind of regulation are you looking forward to that certainly will not make China step in from what they're seeing?
I sympathize with the Americans, the American government and the American people. The things that they do to other people, they don't like receiving a whatever of it, a little of it. Obviously, they're scared of China, but they're embarrassing their own society. I believe they should be happy and all that because the young man is making money. But if you follow the argument so far, they're going to regulate it. How effective that regulation will be, I do not know. But he has given them an answer to say, look, we will do something about it. He has apologized and all that. And all. By the way,
will they break that monopoly?
By the way, it's become their pattern in America to regulate their business. I mean, it happened to
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates has to resign the year he eventually won that long protracted battle in his company. And in 2008, he eventually retired. So we see how it plays out. But the truth of the matter is that regulation, we need to see it and then watch out how effective it's going to be. But to worry about China is the least of, it's an embarrassment, but it's the least of China's problems. They will always duplicate things. When they duplicate,
they've perfected the art of doing that.
They have a replica of all of these now within their own.
All right, Chuks Nwoko.
Chuks Nwoko, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for